Hello, everybody. Hopefully we should be live.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Righto, this is the issue. We're going for royalty-free music. It is of a much lesser quality. The world we live in, right? Also, I was talking to a friend of mine who buys sync licenses for film and stuff, which is apparently what Twitch would need, although they're arguing against that, thank God. So, depending on... It's got to be in this one. It's not really based on, hey Podman, on how well known it is. It's based on how popular it is. So there is no such thing as a sync license to cover, like a oeuvre or like a collection of music. It literally covers one song, and he was just telling me how expensive some of them are, and why a lot of times people decide to use covers rather than the most famous song. One, two, three, four, five. Yep, that's right. So he's telling me, I don't know if you've got John Lewis over in the US, and if you do, whether you see their Christmas ads, but they kind of become quite famous over here for doing good Christmas ads. And they always use covers of famous songs. And he was saying that probably saves them, like, he was suggesting somewhere of 100 grand every ad. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And hello, Serenity. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. The internet has the John Lewis ads. Alright, so I need many of these. Also, I don't think I need this bit anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I do, because there's 7 here. I haven't got a fucking Scooby-Doo. Where you go? Oh, I see. You're the one at the end. And we're doing like that. Alright, got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of those. I think you're going to be too big. So you see them? Like, they're not bad. They're often incredibly well made. Way too sappy for me, but, you know. I'm not a fan of forced sap. I'm not against sap. Unless you're talking about that really bad government control software bullshit. I can go die in a fire, but... overly forced sentimental sap. Not my cup of tea. Which is why I'm drinking coffee. Also, I could not believe how angry Anno gets if you play it for too long. Also, royalty-free musicians. Get better. Is that rude? Probably. Just go ahead and crash, no worries. This is the most British thing you've seen this week. I wish I could say the same. I'm loving all the people who are deeply, deeply upset about Aunt Jemima being retired. For as far as I can tell, on what are really odd reasons. But I think I've got to accept the fact that the world is not going to make sense to me anymore. You had an explosion in the group chat about that yesterday. No, from my point of view, it all comes down to the reasoning behind the brand. Like, if it's called Aunt Jemima and it's got a very friendly black woman on it because she was the person who invented it and was making all the money, then fine. But that's not the case. You know, same with Uncle Ben. You know someone who's extremely butthurt about it all? The point where Mumbo was accused of just spewing David Duke KKK talking points. Oh, God. Good times. Yes, I mean, Uncle Ben went from slave outfit to in a fancy suit. That was in my lifetime, because I remember that happening. I was assuming based on size, he'd be in this box. Yeah, that's it. Did you get your cooldown that Anno blocked you from? Yeah, I did. Yeah. On the plus side, the people know me fairly well, so when I missed the call and didn't call them back for 2 hours, the first thing they said to me is, "What game were you playing?" I was like, "Ah, shit." You mean branding a company founded by two dudes who named their brand after a minstrel show skit? Yeah, exactly, right? It's also, like, obviously a lot of people want statues torn down with either sometimes overtly racist and sometimes a little bit harder to fathom, but overtoned, undertoned, whatever. Wombling free. And it's like, I understand why you want those statues pulled down. I think they should be pulled down because a statue in a public place is celebration of that person. I don't care how else you see a statue, that is what a statue is. Now, do I think those statues should be destroyed? No, I think much like Indiana Jones, it belongs in a museum. Because history is important. Here we have people getting upset about statues of traitors being taken down. Well, I mean, from my point of view, Serenity, that's any statue you've ever erected of any American ever. So take them all down. But your friend, she helped us. God damn it. So, the one statue I have problem with in the UK, obviously there's a lot of talk about Winston Churchill. Now, Winston Churchill was an absolute fucking asshole. He was sexist. He was a little bit racist. There's a lot not to like about Winston Churchill. But at the same time, only 2 generations ago, he saved the motherfucking world. That's got to be worth something, right? Although I am interested to see who's, like, what... All these statues are going to have to be replaced, right? Because there's massive plimps. So they're going to have to be replaced. Who are we going to erect statues to, chat? I guess my real question is, how do I get my name on that list? Knowing full well that in the future my statue will be toppled for some reason. Can we do a writing campaign? Can we just get a bunch of heroic animal statues? I don't know. Because then there's going to be that terrible time after the insanely racist beaver incursion, and it's just going to be a mess. You were listening to a podcast that said Germany justified the use of concentration camps because of the UK use. Then they called the UK World Concentration Camp Champions. Oh dear. Yes, the UK did have slave labour camps. What they weren't doing was killing all the Jews. But then Trump also thinks concentration camps are a good idea, so, you know. Hey, Giles, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. All right, different proposal. Make all statues papier-mâché, make them all of Trump, so that everybody gets a chance to tear down at least one statue of Trump. Can we still fill it with candy? Sure. Care centers. And they morphed into cool centers. And we all know those are lovely places. Is Nightbringer here yet? Oh, did I never get the one? You're probably going to be in here. Is this non-copyright music? Yes. Yeah. It's like all these small, like, every artist has to start small, right? I get that. But you know, can you at least get good? He says while doing possibly one of the worst streams on the internet, but it's fine. There you are, you little bastard. Sound like a dude who just learned how to pick up a guitar without breaking it. Giggles, there is now a channel in the Discord if you want to keep on sharing those kind of songs. At Serenity's suggestion. I did almost call it Serenity's channel, but then I didn't think people would realize what it was for. Wow, Giggles, wow. Hey, well, that escalated quickly. Oh, dear. Anyway, chat, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all got some nice plans for the weekend. So, my plan for the weekend is to hunker down because Guernsey is opening up again. And I don't think it's going to go badly. But I just want to try and avoid as much of the people feeling free madness as I can. You're really sleepy? Uh-oh. Bad night's sleep? Quite makes sense. Oh, no, it does. You played D&D till nearly 1? Ooh, interesting. Anything exciting happened? The most exciting thing that's going to happen in our D&D campaign is we actually do it. Good times. You leveled up? Nice. And you got to stab a lot of things? Nice. Oh, chat, you're going to love this story. So, I've been looking to pick up some more Legion models, and I just wanted some more Stormtroopers and Rebel Troopers, which you can buy boxes for. They're like 20 quid each. Or you can buy like another starter set for about 50, which normally has them all in as well. I noticed that the guy locally was selling a starter kit for £5 unopened. And I was like, okay. And the reason he gave me is... Sorry, not unopened. It was unsealed, but all the models and stuff are unbuilt, untouched. And the reason he gave me for selling it so cheap is because something had gone wrong in the printing and made the manual and the cards illegible. What he meant was... Well, what had actually happened, I think what he meant was exactly what he said, but what actually happened is he brought the Spanish version. Oh, and that made me laugh. Oh, dear. Which is a little bit of a pain, because it means I don't have the cards, but because I'm just adding these extra models to my army, it's not a huge pain in the ass, but for a £5 just for the models, it was worth it anyway.
Crime? I haven't stolen anything. Yet.
Hey, Sly Thief, welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing well today. As we continue our London bus adventure. You had the most disappointing ice cream cone yesterday, though. Oh no! Yes, I've been keeping up to date on Squadrons. Now, I'm not saying that EA have said this before and have lied, but EA have said this before and have lied. But I do know that at one point Disney did say they didn't want this shit in Star Wars games anymore because of Battlefront 2. So I'm hopeful. But the game just looks good. Who will probably take over EA eventually anyway. EA wouldn't act any differently, right? All Disney likes to do is remake the same stuff year on year, so they're the perfect fit. Hey Rogu, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I think one got caught in the flap of my hand. Yes, it did. This sounds like a constant replay of a Red Hot Chili Peppers riff. Let's see if we can find a better channel.
Mama had a chicken, Mama had a cow. Dad was proud, he didn't care how.
Alright, chat, I'm going to give you a choice. And the first response I see is the one I'm going to use. Also, hello, Beef. EDM happy, or epic? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be mostly multiplayer beef. I think it's going to be like Overwatch, but dogfights. Alright, I saw epic. We're doing it. Can you feel the epicness? So chat, I played Anno after stream for about 4 more hours. It was a thing. And I managed to turn things around. I think when we ended, we were losing... I don't know, I think about 500 made up bucks. We're now plus 3,000. And I have about 200,000 in the bank. We now have 4 thriving colonies. Each one more thriving than the last. And I shit you not, one of the quest chains in the New World was people going around and setting my city on fire. I don't know what the game's hard on is for fire, but I hate it. So yes, I had to go around clicking on the people with torches so they would stop setting fire to my town. I'm not a huge fan of those quest type things, but I guess when you try to add a campaign to a game like Anno, that's kind of the way it's going to go, right? The LP quest chain. Also, the fact that the notification system is so fucking slow. So obviously I've got 4 different towns I'm dealing with, so I'm kind of jumping around to different towns, old world, new world. And suddenly you'll hear there's fire music. And you're like, okay, the notification will pop up soon to tell me where it is. If by soon you mean when the whole fucking town is on fire and everybody is dead, then yes. Although I think the best one for the notification system was there was a fire, it left a lot of ruins, I dealt with the fire, and I rebuilt the ruins, and then about 2 minutes later it told me that there was a fire, and then about 2 minutes after that it told me that there were some ruins. I was like, cheers, game. I don't understand why your notification system is so shit. But how did that get past quality assurance? Although, I guess it's made by a French development company, so I guess that's kind of the speed they work at. Ayo! You really want people to read what you wrote, but I'd like to know how I'm doing, and I don't know that many people that may be interested in what I'm working on. So you're looking for a website that will give you that kind of like feedback, like stats feedback, or because there are a couple. One of them Amazon brought. Was that Goodreads, or was Goodreads the website that just tells you what books you want to read? If what you're doing is good or not, you're never going to get that, Sly Thief. This is the internet. Some people will like it, some people will hate it. I've just realized that after this, we're going to be building a lot of seats. I can already tell what's coming. You know, I mean, your best bet is to just publish it, tweet it. There's probably Reddits for fanfiction, I would imagine. Oh, speaking of Rydog, did you share your whiskey video? There must be a Reddit for whiskey aficionados, right? Reddit scares you? I mean, if I were you, I would take a look to see if there is a Reddit for whiskey fans. Ow! It's all about getting the eyeballs on it, right? It's amazing. I'm happy to tell Rydog that he should pimp out all his shit on Reddit. I wouldn't do it myself. Oh dear. Our whiskey, probably. Hey Kami Sama, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. 140,000 plus members. A lot of them are snobs. They are, Rydog. That is very true. And of course, snobbery is always open to interpretation, right? And of course, based on how good your palate is. Because I was watching your video, I found it really interesting. You were talking about all the different scents and oils and how water breaks it all down. I was like, do you know what? Not for me, it doesn't. It's like I remember I went to a wine tasting course once, and now that was full of pretentious assholes. I just got hammered. And it was an office, like, oh, what do you call them? Social clubs? So it's really cheap. I only paid like a tenner. I drank so much wine. And I didn't get fired, so win-win. Well, was it a win-win at the time? Probably not. Being fired from that place probably would have been really, really nice. You're going to be my social media manager, can you put it all on those sites you're too afraid to do yourself? Oh yeah, there'll be a Twitter society as well. Also, don't forget to Instagram it, and then what you should probably also do is do some kind of weird dance around the whiskey bottle and put that on TikTok with a link to your YouTube video. Your phone wouldn't be able to handle that. Oh dear. I don't know why I'm suddenly having this image of Rydog getting into a fight with Big Whiskey. I don't know why. And it's going very Untouchables in my mind. I don't know why you're fighting. Just all of a sudden, there's a fight between you and Big Whiskey. Through your research, you discovered it was all a scam. And it's actually just cold tea put in a bottle. But we've been hypnotized to make us think it's delicious and gets us drunk. Oh, no, even worse. No, I'm not going to say that because that could actually put people off whiskey. I'm not going to go down that one. Oh, dear. I think you might be too big. That's right, chat. I just resisted saying that's what she said. I'm growing. That's what she said. All right, I take it back. I still say you're too big. Yeah, you are, because you meant to go down there. You're going to be too big. All right. We'll find it in a bit. Rydog versus Big Whiskey. What happens when a man who likes whiskey decides he can make a better one on his own and then discovers that Big Whiskey is just a scam? Oh, what was that film about the guy who had the suit that never needed to be washed? If she said I'm growing, you have some explaining to do. I think she's got some explaining to do. Also, chat, I'm loving watching the J.K. Rowling fallout. And all these people who were in Harry Potter who are like coming out and saying, yep, we're pro-transgender people, who I'd completely forgotten about. Also, I still don't understand why people have an issue with transgender people. I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it. But I will say it mostly seems to be people who believe the world is all about them and can't comprehend of a world where people don't actually notice them when they're walking about. You're also too big. You're also too big. Yeah. They want everyone to be like them and can't accept anything else. So, a lot of the arguments I see about transgender, especially in the UK, and I don't know what that is like everywhere else at the moment, but in the UK it largely seems to be about where you can go to the toilet. And all the people who are against transgender seem to believe that men will self-classify as women just so we can go and watch them pee. Now, I'm not going to say there's not going to be a subset of very, very horrible people who would probably do just that, but get over yourselves. Exactly, Sly Thief, exactly. We've only got one life to live, so we might as well enjoy it as much as we fucking can. Until Trump ruins it for all of us. You're too small, though. Alright, this is becoming an issue. Too big again. Yep. I've got 4s and I've got 2s. I can't find a 3. Knowing that women's restrooms are all stalls, how the fuck is someone going to watch you pee? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, it's terrible, Sly Thief. Now, one of the simplest solutions, right, would be to get rid of male and female toilets and just do all stalls. Which I, for one, would hate, because the queues would go up a ridiculous amount for men. But if it stops these bullshit arguments... Yeah, or grabbing you when you come out of the stall. Yep. I mean, one, I guess I'm incredibly disappointed that women still live in fear of men. Which is just abhorrent to me. You know, much the same with the whole racial... Alright, what... did I do this wrong? This explains why I couldn't find what I was looking for. Give everyone a chamber pot at the entrance? Or putting a phone camera under the stall door. It's hard to use the toilet when working as a bouncer, listening to the radio, hoping it don't kick off. Yeah. And hey, Paracord Pete, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Alright, we can put all the extras back. You've seen men do that in the grocery store? Yeah, I mean, it was the old putting mirrors on your shoes so you could look up skirts and all crap like that. Like, So locally in we're talking about politics, so why not? Let's get into it. Most streamers shy away from this crap, but fuck it. Please get everyone. You're not bad. Thanks for asking. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. So honestly, Sly Thief. So if your issue are like, for the Emperor! If we consider stalls safe, and you can do like floor to ceiling doors to prevent the camera issue and all that kind of stuff. If we assume stalls are safe, and then to combat the being grabbed when you come out thing, well then the stalls would just have to open up into a huge public area with a shit ton of security cameras, right? Now, the moment someone suggests they're going to put security cameras where I pee is the day I stop using the toilet while I'm out and about. If they want to put cameras where I wash my hands, feel free. Hey, RP. I think I said hey, but I'm not sure, so I'm just going to say it again. Hope you're doing well. But anyway, back on to Guernsey. So Guernsey have been debating 2 new laws, both of which I think come from good places, but both of which I don't inherently agree with. So, me disagree? Never. So the first one is women going out, getting drunk, and then being taken advantage of. So they want to make it a rule that it would be illegal for a man to have sex with a woman while the woman was drunk. Which I understand. I get it. Kind of. It's going to be awful to police, awful to manage, and way open to abuse. But what is not illegal is for a woman to have sex with a man while a man is drunk. And you kind of like, if you're going to do something like this, just do it both ways, right? No, I don't think same sex was really in the draft. One of the many reasons I think it's just a very bad idea. Like, I understand where it comes from, and like, it comes from a good place. I get that, but I just think it's badly thought through. There's always going to be couples having drunk sex. Possibly in the future in Guernsey, you'd be arrested. And I fully understand that under modern Western laws, women have been thoroughly underrepresented, and they have always been to look after the rich white man. And I'm glad that people are finally starting to think we should change that. My problem is, if you start it by putting in stupid things like this, the change stops. Now, if you want to say that you cannot give consent while you're drunk, so picking up a woman while she's out and drunk is, well, a man or a woman, is a crime. Alright, I can kind of understand that. We're getting into the consent age, which again, I think is a good thing in principle. And yes, you can't give consent while drunk. That is very true. There's no way the law would be it's legal to have sex with a woman who is drunk. There's going to be a lot of fine print. No, that is basically it. Literally, that is basically it. terrible law, which I think they threw out, but honestly, I stopped listening to the debate because my local politicians depress me. Yeah, it would be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You think the bed option to make it easier for women to report rape? So, that is also something they're working on over here, and this, so this becomes part of that law. I think it's an addition to the rape law. I can't quite remember. But it would come down to the fact that if you had sex with a woman while drunk, they could just say, even if I did give consent at the time, because I was drunk, I could not give consent, which I follow that logic, and I get that logic. I personally would never take advantage of a drunk woman. That's part of my moral compass. But I know there are people out there who will take advantage of a drunk woman, and in fact, there's a whole genre of movie based around that entire concept. Because, you know, boys will be boys. God, I hate that as a sentence that goes out the window. You fell in a hole in Satisfactory and have to Minecraft build to get out because it's surrounded by poison. Nice. Stories of women telling what happened to them and the police did absolutely nothing. Yeah, well, I mean, rape is unfortunately a very hard crime to prove. And of course, historically, it's been believe the man, don't believe the woman, which is disgusting. The law is like an outfit at a fashion show. It's something to base other things on, but no one would wear it as it is on the street. Also, Serenity, did I see you playing Satisfactory last night? I'm not stalking you or anything, or am I? It ended up in your library somehow? Ah, I see. Oh, this is how you're trying to tell me which way this is going. Although I don't actually know where you're going. So I got to build up the rest of it first? Jesus Christ, you're not making this easy to understand. Alright, so that's looking like that. Then I think this is just pointing in. Yeah. It's a good job I wasn't the person who had to try and decipher the Rosetta Stone, because there wouldn't have been a fucking chance. Well, anyone in power has a history of raping women, so yeah. And Rogue, you use foul language, how dare you? Also, interestingly, I found out the reason why it is impossible for well, it's not impossible, but it's very hard for a woman to rape a man. And it's because of the actual definition of rape, which involves penetration. Oh, and then the other thing they started debating again for some reason is the abortion law in Guernsey. So, Guernsey hasn't had an abortion law. Well, I mean, we have, but we've been ignoring it. So, our abortion law is very Catholic-based. And the island just kind of decided it wasn't fit for purpose. We live in a pro-choice world, so it basically became a pro-choice thing. Now they've started debating it again, and they want to make it even worse. So, you know, I'm glad the island is slowly slipping backwards. Where there's a will, there's a way. So yeah, something like that would probably work, Sly Thief. Also, if they stuck a finger up your ass, that would technically be rape. But if they took advantage of a man and they put their penis into them and you didn't particularly want that, that cannot be rape because they haven't penetrated you. Canada actually has no law explicitly on abortion, which makes it legal, full stop. Yeah. I think that's kind of how Guernsey was trying to do it. Just because, you know, sometimes, you know, it's more trouble. Alright, so you're going on here. We're having the same problem now, really, with anti-discrimination laws, because we don't have an anti-discrimination law, and they're now drafting one, which makes discrimination a lot easier, because you have a legal framework to do it in. Now, again, I know this all comes from a good place, but the world is full of assholes. And everything will be used for a bad idea. How you doing, Unknown? I hope you're doing well. We should probably change the topic of conversation. This is a Friday and we're meant to talk about fun things. Let's talk about Buffy and how season 2 was so full of filler. I don't understand how I enjoyed that show as much as I did. And still actually managing to enjoy it the second time round. But my God. Your fire alarm just went off? Uh-oh. You also don't understand that, like, why do people run into other people's lives and it would affect you in any way? Yeah. Like, I completely understand why people want legal protection. I get it. But there's a reason why Western laws are written in such a wishy-washy way. And it is not to protect the people who think they're getting protection from it. Cynical much? Yes, yes I am. Followed by announcement to stay in the building? Well, it's either a false alarm or this is going to turn into a very dark chapter in Canadian history. Oh, also, chat, did you all chuckle like I did when you saw Trump saying that the Supreme Court only made the rulings they did because they don't like him? What is wrong with you, man? Shed a tear for the best Brock. Isaac Brock. Uh-oh. The question is, what isn't wrong with him? Yeah. But it's just like, good God, man. How can you have this delicate an ego? You're becoming part of this. So eventually you're going to go there like that. So we need to put the number 9 sticker on. Maybe you should get your sound clip changed to be that. I believe the Vanilla 40-man raid boss did that. Oh, what, by fire be purged? Yes, it did. I can look into that if you want, LP. You'll probably have to put a note in Discord, but... yeah, that's perfectly straight. No one with OCD look at that. You still think it should be LP singing Dairy? There is no proof of that. You'd be very, very wrong if you believe that, LP. Oh, I turned that into my alarm clock. Now that would be weird. Doesn't mean I didn't do it, but it would be weird. Can that sack of rotten old just go away, never come back? Hasn't the world suffered enough with BS? We'll find out in November. Oh, I also needed 2 bigger ones. That is, of course, if Trump can't get away with declaring a national emergency before November, which, with India and China starting to go at it, you never know. So chat, the service I'm using to do the music today is called Pretzel Rocks. I've talked about it before. I don't know if there's like an overlay on the screen that tells you what's playing or not. I never really know how those things are meant to work. If you do exclamation mark song, it will tell you what song is playing, because I put that into Phantom Bot. No, it hasn't been particularly epic, has it? I agree with you there. So their service is royalty-free music. There is a free service. And if you use the free service, you have to announce every song in chat to give exposure, etc., etc. Or there is a monthly service. So I got a free bump up for a month for the monthly service just to try it out, which costs $4.99, and 70% of that goes to the artists, although they were very unwilling to tell me what that means. Because do you just divide all the money you earn out against all artists and give them the same amount, or is it done on plays? I'm assuming it's done on plays, but can we get Barely Cam back? No, but because I'm hoping my paints will turn up by next week, we're going to try doing a painting stream, and I'm going to do Parrot Cam. So I'm going to try and have a camera looking over my shoulder down at my hands. I don't know if that's going to work, but it's what I'm going to be trying. Also, if you're wondering why I always call camera shots by these weird names, it's because this is how I used to address, this is how I used to write them down in scripts when I was working in the industry. Because I could never remember the actual names for shots. The one that used to confuse people the most. Do you remember, and I don't know if this still happens, but there was like a big time where everybody started connecting the cameras to the stars while they were running to get that really weird effect. 3/4 shoulder cam, those games are all kind of janky. I just used to call that the Running Man, and people just would never understand what it is. What that shot was going to be. It's like, why else do you use it? Just like if there was ever a time when you were going to attach a camera to a car to see the front wheel arch and the wheels, I called that the A-Team shot. No, I'm sure these all probably have proper names. Also, chat, did you see that Skate 4 was finally announced? I wonder why they decided to announce it now that there's all this hype over Tony Hawk's coming back out. Although in typical EA fashion, I think it's not going to be done for like 3 years or something. No, there was nothing to show. It was just generic. We are making this. From what it sounded like, it looks like to me, it sounded like they'd literally just started making this. And again, it wouldn't surprise me if they've just started making it because the Tony Hawk remakes have sold like gangbusters on pre-order. Yeah, the same decision making they made when they made the first Skate game, yeah. I'm definitely more excited about the Tony Hawk remasters than I am a new Skate game. I was never a huge fan of the Skate series. Although, which was the one that came with the dodgy skateboard? That was a Tony Hawk game, wasn't it?
Forbidden donut.
Hey, Chris. Tony Hawk's Ride, yes. How you doing today, Chris? Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed mucking around as a Jedi. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the 8s. Those are the bigger ones. Got plenty of these. Guess whose dishwasher is under recall and might catch fire? God damn. What is it about dishwashers and washing machines that make them so likely to catch fucking fire? At least since you cook, you don't get dish duty. Nice. Oh, I also need a 6. I don't know if I've got one. Aha! There it is. That sentence sounds oxymoronic. No way to talk to Rydog. Also, oxymoron is such a great word. I tease you because I love you. Good Scrabble word. Twitch takes varying amounts of the amount paid for a sub. So, Chris, different regions, difference between prime and non-prime, and a difference between mobile and non-mobile. I mean, in all fairness to Twitch, they don't take as much as some competing platforms. Also, I'm amazed we haven't had to make the seats yet. I'm still trying very much to figure out if Because Twitch will now pay you in your local currency. Whereas before they always used to pay you in dollars. But they won't tell you what exchange rate they used. And that just fills me with mild panic. Well, I mean, on the basis that they use a better exchange rate than, in my case, PayPal offers, then it's an absolute wonderful thing. But I always like to be able to check these things myself. I don't know when I became such an untrusting person, but it happened at some point in my life. Probably some kind of long-forgotten childhood trauma where, like I said, I wanted an ice cream cone and they... Oh, fuck, I've just realised exactly when it happened. Let's not go into that. It was the Guy Who Knows game. Oh, dear. Yeah, my uncle may have had my nose, but he's dead now and I'm not, so who really won? Wow, that went dark. Jesus Christ. Oh, dear. Hey, I like my uncle. That was purely a joke. Also, he never stole my nose. He just stole my money. Like all good uncles should. Flimlover's not here, right? Good. Can't have a know what my retirement plan is just yet. Oh dear. Look, I've been writing again, alright? My mind is all over the place at the moment. Also, that was an abrupt end. No, that was just how that track ended. Seamless. Royalty-free music. You get what you pay for, I guess. Yeah, you're definitely not in there. All right, let's do another change. So again, chat, 3 options. First one I see is what we switch to. Synthwave, hype, or ambient. Synthwave, okie dokie. See, it's just like Song Request Fridays of old. Only nowhere near as good. Because that seems to be what modern progress is all about. Not enough anime songs for Song Request Friday. Alrighty. Yeah, looks about right. Things are breaking off in my hands. I wonder if you get away with that or not. So yeah, Chad, I think I was talking to you last week about a lot of people were saying that the reason all the DMCA notices happened was because of the huge uptick in DJ streams. There was a 385% uptick in viewership of DJ streams during April. Still didn't account for even 1% of Twitch's viewership, but even so. I should have broke out my old DJ equipment. Did I ever have DJ equipment? Oh god, I think I did. Oh god, I did, and I even remember my DJ name now. Stop remembering things. Down that path lies madness. I can't because it involves my real name, not my Twitch name. You think you can guess it? I'll make a deal with you, chat. Right, dog, Discord me what you think it is, and if it's right, I will tell everybody what it is. No pressure, but the whole stream is waiting on you. Oh dear. Isn't it great coming to my relaxing Friday streams? Oh god, I'm in the kind of mood where I probably shouldn't have streamed today. It's fine. That was incorrect, right, dog? But that would have, I think, actually would have been a better name. Alright. I'll give you another go, Rydog. And if I give you this clue, it's just too fucking obvious, though. Oh, goddamn. So you'd probably have to think more about the time frame where I would have tried to have been a DJ. And I think I can just say that because we're around about the same age. What, we're both 21? What's the issue? Old enough to drink and strew, not old enough to give a fuck. Tagline of being 21. You send again? Again, no, but a much better name. Where were you when I was coming up with my stupid DJ name, Rydog? Oh dear. Do you know, these have been some really good names, all of you in chat. Alright, how about I tell you the story of when I lost my childlike innocence instead? And when I stopped trusting people implicitly. Alright, then I'm building something up here. You're gonna need to tell me the DJ name later, Keiki? Okie dokie. You think you want the DJ name instead? Oh dear. There's still a lot more to do here. I don't know why I was turning the page over like I was done. Alright, where's all this shit going? Oh, are you going in between to build up? Yes, you are. Okay. Hey, hopefully that thing will come off eventually, right? Now we're just getting into the repetitive portion of the building process. Well, maybe not based on how few frees I can find. No, this might be just for the small seat, actually. Oh, hang on. I need that one. Yeah. Yeah. Very true, Rydog. Where are you? There you be. That makes more sense. I don't know what the pink thing is meant to be. Oh dear. But it's possible. Have I asked if people are doing anything fun over the weekend? I don't know if I've asked for weekend plans this week already. You still want freeze, eh? Father's Day is this weekend over here, and I think it might be in America as well, yeah. I think it matters that I did that kind of the wrong way, but just replicate what they did. Oh, chat, let's talk some more about how stupid the Lego Mario stuff is. The build instructions are now an app. Seem right. Because it won it. Ow. Your brother's birthday is on Sunday, so we're going to try and go out for dinner, but since we're not one household, we're technically not allowed. Oh, you still don't have your bubbles yet, Beef? Yeah, so what they did locally in the UK is now following suit is they expanded the household bubbles to 2. I didn't see a single one of you. All right. Also, this music is reminding me of Generation Zero. Yeah, like I say, from midnight tonight, our lockdown is essentially over. Social distancing is finished. Everything can open. I do believe there still has to be a higher care of hygiene. And if we travel, we got to quarantine for 14 days, but... I cannot see you in this mess of grey. I need to stop looking at a mess of grey things. Got it. COVID cases spiking here and the governor refuses to close. Yep. I still need another one of you. So much grey. And it's not even different shades. Oh, there's a book you probably can't write anymore. So there is an upside to Ridiculous Laws. Alright. I mean, I guess I never had to read really bad Twilight fan fiction, but I did. And I think almost every time someone said to me, like, oh god, this is the most, like, risque thing I could ever imagine, I always felt like singing the song from Aladdin, I Can Show You a World, and just showing them the internet. Oh, the books were terrible, yes. Absolutely terrible. Well, that can't be right. All right, now comes the factory line part. So I just noticed that my head is getting into shot. Puffy hair action shot. I went for a walk yesterday and I kept on running into people I haven't seen for a while because of COVID. Almost all of them thought I looked like a werewolf. Hopefully I've miscounted. I had not. There's the last one. And then my mind went on a wonder of how the pronunciation of werewolf makes absolutely no sense. Mainly brought on by the fact that a lot of people locally still pronounce it werewolf. And how that also doesn't make any sense. That sounds so weird. Yeah. Much older way of pronouncing the word. Well, a more English way, I guess. But even that is contentious. As opposed to router? Do I think router is a more reasonable pronunciation of that word? Only on the basis that you pronounce both words incorrectly, because you say root wrong as well. You say route. Putting in the seats, we come rejoicing, putting in the seats. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm assuming route is one of the few words you left the U in so you can try and justify your ridiculous pronunciation. That's right, I said it. Just popped into your head? Nice. You use both pronunciations? No, we both pronounce root the same way as in a tree root. You mispronounce root as in root. Why did you feel that was confusing enough to change the pronunciation of one way of doing it? I don't understand. Oh, you actually did use both where you grew up? Interesting. But why, for the love of God, did you remove the U from colour? You meanies. And then, my God, don't Americans like to make you aware that they removed that U? And say color. Efficiency. There's one. Only 13 more to go. Ooh, and it's getting hot in here. But I can no longer sing that song due to fear of a DMCA strike. Although looking more into it, it does seem that it would only happen for clips. Because clips were the only medium that Twitch were not muting through... what is the Amazon automatic muting system called? What is the name of the ebook? Audiobook company they brought? Audible? Because of all that hot seat building action? Yep. It's too much. What I find funny, chat, and I think what a few of you find quite funny actually, is when I go to England and I realise just how often Guernsey pronunciation of words is different from proper English. I blame the French. So we're actually very lazy. Like, I know I complain about you getting rid of all your U's and stuff. Guernsey are very lazy. We don't normally pronounce them anyway. What's the other letter we don't really do? H. Oh, that was a good click. Did you hear that one, chat? That was the money shot right there. Also, chat, once this build is done, because the 8080 isn't released until August, we'll probably have to look for something else to build in the meantime. Almost every word they are in, where you have a heavy H. So it's not that we remove it. It's not like we would say heavy. We just don't say the h particularly well. That ain't right. I had to do one wrong eventually. Basically, if a Guernsey person can find a lazy way of doing something, we will. Now, I've said that before to Guernsey people, and I've almost been rushed out of the room, but they were too lazy to do it, so I think my point was proven. Oh dear. Also, LP, I never checked with you. Are you around tomorrow? I heard the follow go off. Once my bot catches up, I will say thank you. If my bot catches up. Hey, Asteroid Plays, thank you very much for the follow. It is appreciated. And hello, hello, and welcome, welcome. My original plan for what to build next, chat, was going to be Mario Lego, but oh, that's turned out to be so bad. I can't do it. Yeah, it does, Beef. It looks absolutely awful. Did you watch any of the videos of grown-ups trying to make it look fun when they were bouncing their terrible Lego Mario over terrible Lego levels? Wonder how much they got paid to do that. You saw some of the photos and you was immediately out. Oh dear. So I mean, there's hardly any Lego involved in the Lego Mario levels. But there's a lot of ways they want you to spend your money. In the starter set, you get a start and an end of a course, and that's pretty much it. Which you need to make a course so you can run your Lego Mario over that course. For some reason that somebody thought was a good idea at some point. And then you can also buy different outfits for your Mario so he can have different power-ups. So you can buy like the cat outfit. Yep, a $60 starter pack with almost no Lego building involved. I mean, they probably should have called it Duplo or something. I mean, I was wondering how they were going to make decent Lego out of Mario because I couldn't picture it, and it turns out neither could they. And I wonder why I get some angry DMs from game developers by some of the stuff that I say on my stream. There's 230 pieces for $60. That's a new low. Yeah, like, so all the additional bits come separate. So, like, if you want to build, like, a lava jump or a water jump or whatever the fuck you want to... I mean, you wouldn't, as far as I can tell, if you're a reasonable person, but... But no, there's all these quote-unquote social influencers trying to make it look fun. And I'm watching the videos by people who like Lego, just going, this is fucking shit. It's funny. And yes, and the fact that if you want to build it, you have to have a mobile phone because the instructions come through the app. Is something I hope Lego does not do going forward. I can see that they would, so they don't have to print out the manuals. And there's definitely a green argument to be had about doing it that way, but I hope they don't do it. Especially not. So you know I'm using the Rodecaster Pro, dumb name, as my kind of audio interface mixer now. I really like it. It is not worth the... Well, no, it is worth the money if you're using it for what it's actually for, but for my use case, just for the stream side, it was not worth the money. But there's no documentation about how it works. And they direct you to videos they've made to show you how it all works. And they are fucking terrible. Yeah, PDF files, I guess, wouldn't be too bad, but for the amount you pay for Lego, I don't expect to have to either print out my own instructions or have to have like a PDF downloaded. But clearly I'm one of, I'm part of the entitled group who's part of the problem, so. Because we all know if they did that, they wouldn't make it cheaper. And I was looking at some of their other sets, because obviously I've got a lot of Star Wars stuff in the background. And, well, not in the background of this shot, there's no background, but the Star Wars Lego really is some of the best stuff. You don't want to give Lego access to your location, microphone, camera, and contacts? Yep, exactly. And so with the Mario stuff, you can upload your levels and then other people can make your levels and run them and see if they get a better time. But all you do is you have to move Mario faster. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why they try to recreate Mario and Lego rather than just making some really decent Lego sets. But then, what really building-wise is there iconic in Mario? Like, not a lot, right? Yeah, Lego Mario video game, but then that's essentially Mario Maker. Ish. Oh no, Rainbow Roads, I mean, that's Mario Kart, but it's just a level. Like the castles aren't particularly iconic in Mario. I mean, they're there, but they're not iconic. Some of the enemies maybe, but they're all relatively small to try and make a Lego set out of. It just feels like a lazy cash grab from both sides, which, admittedly, I think that's exactly what it is. Hey, what do I know? There'll be some people out there who will no doubt enjoy it. The wheels on the bus go round and round. I mean, to me, it would seem like trying to make a Lego set out of Sonic, when all you really do in Sonic is run around really fast. That's right, all you Sonic fanboys. Although some of Dr. Robotnik's final boss forms could have made for interesting models. A giant Bowser, actually, from Mario wouldn't have been a terrible model. Oh god, I'm getting ahead of myself. Easy now. Big Bowser would be neat. More stickers. Uh, 13. Yellow Brick Road, Brickadilly Circus, 2x2 square. I hate all of those jokes. That is the end of bag 3. So it's decision time, chat. Do we finish this off today? Or do we wait till next week? While we dance to some hardcore techno beats. Everybody dance now. I say we finish this off today. Alright, chat. Give me a second. I'm going to make myself a coffee. So. Enjoy your techno beats and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. That's a hot coffee. Alright. Get out of here. Also, chat, have you missed the crinkling of the bags because of the way I've been doing this? There you go. All right. Pop, hip hop, or chip tune? We're going for some pop. All right. We're doing it. All right. I do need to open this bag up straight away. Now we're making a roof. I could have sworn I saw an owl as I opened up that little bag, but yeah, there we go. There's one. Oh, chat, who remembers the movie of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that they did before the series? Oh, it's meant to look like a newspaper. The Lego News, the greatest hero ever. It's a fireman saving a cat from some smoke. For those interested. Oh, I don't know. This newspaper image does not match up with the image they've used in the instructions. 0 out of 10. Better return it. I am so glad. So only once has it ever happened to me, chat, where I haven't had a full set of Lego. And I was so glad that they sent out the replacement parts. And weren't like, yeah, well, just send your kit back and we'll send you a new one. No. My kit's like 99% built. Just give me the bit I need. Thank you. You can take it off my hands for £5. I think this is still like 130 quid set. Oh, I was meant to do it that way? I did it my own way. Because I'm a Lego rebel. Look, I missed some requests too. I will say, with no immediate disrespect to the people who make this royalty-free music, listening to royalty-free music is really making me think just to say fuck it. Let's get fined anyway. Or, you know, music industry and Twitch work out an agreement that we can all benefit from. Because it cannot be beyond the wit of a technologically advanced company like Twitch and Amazon. In fact, Amazon's already got a music service, so all they would need to do is link that with Twitch, link that to Plays, and then make it a premium service for about $5.99 a month. And then everyone's happy, right? That's a lot of windows. Oh, okay, this is probably going to be a very small subsection of people. So I checked to force through any Windows 10 updates today, and I noticed that there's a new big Windows update. And it was saying, oh, you know, this update is ready, but your system isn't ready for it. What the fuck does that mean? So I looked into it. So basically this Windows update breaks a shit ton of stuff. And if you happen to own any of that stuff, rather than trying to fix the update, they're just not giving you the update. Which I guess is progress on Microsoft's part, because normally they just brick your system and don't give two shits. Is it progressing the right way? Nor would I. Apparently, I was looking into it. I think it's my graphics card, which is delaying the update. Alright, chat, so clearly everything we listen to has not even been my genre of music. For anyone who does listen to this kind of music, is this on par quality-wise? I should ask the famous Guernsey person who makes music like this. Oh god, what's he called? Mussy Mussy? I didn't need to put you there, did I? Nope. I think I pulled a little bit more off this than I thought I did. This music reminds me of product reveal videos. It's probably because they don't want to pay the costs either. So, I really hope, and I may be in the minority here, but the fact that all of these product reveals haven't been through E3, and you can just basically, they do a very simple electronic, here's all the demos, here's all the gameplay footage stuff. I've really enjoyed this year for game reveals. They haven't done any of that unnecessary pomp and ceremony that they got into. And they weren't rolling out these incredibly shy developers to try and tell you about their game. And clearly all they wanted to be is back in their cubicle. Come on, I just need one more. Two of those. And then two of these. The PS5 still looks but ugly though. Yeah, I agree. You're enjoying these Nintendo Direct style videos a lot more than the actual conferences you usually have? Yeah. Yeah. Like, if they ran the conferences like this at E3, I wouldn't have a problem with them. You know, just give me the information I actually care about. Because believe it or not, Blizzard, I don't actually give two shits about your work culture or ethos. I want to know how Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 are coming along. Please and thank you. So I prefer the Xbox because it looks like a very functionally made PC. I put the thing on the bottom of that one. I think I did. I don't think either of them are great looking machines this year. I mean, at least the PS5 looks like a console, I guess. And there's a little bit of that old Sony flair. But then Xboxes have never looked particularly good. Hey, Hopcat. Thank you for the lurk. It is appreciated. It's just going to be live behind everyone's... Yeah, it's just going to live. Yeah. You found the Pretzel Q list add-on thing? Yay! There is a song called Hipster Mom in the queue. I mean, technically there is no queue. In fact, I think we've already listened to that one. Maybe it tells you everything that's been played, maybe? But I believe with that thing that you found, Unowen, that's where I can turn on the... You can request songs for bits, but... This is the quality of song you could request for bits. If you hover over the video on desktop, you get the stupid Prime subscription loot reminder. The Pretzel Q thing is there. Yeah, I believe that is how components work. I don't really use them that often on Twitch. You go MC Lars with your hipster mom. Oh, God. God, you weren't happy. And that is too long. So possibly you should be 2s, not 3s. You look like 3s. No, you are too big. You're gonna be too small though, right? Yep. Ah, I need another one like that. You think you could write an extension that requests songs for free with Pretzel? Yeah, it's a shame that they don't give you that option. Like, I would have turned that on just so people could start delving through it, but... Oh, what am I doing with these? Yeah, I would also say it's probably not worth the time and effort. I know. So the other thing I was kind of looking for to see if it existed, to try and get song requests going again, is if there was a system where you could put a playlist through automatic thing to check what is going to get flagged and what isn't. Because then I would just ask people to make a playlist on YouTube. And 2, 5. We had a good scene with them then. Can't find them anymore. Six. Seven, we need 2 more. Tell me your secrets. I think the RA would basically always return yes, we will flag this with the thinking this may not be licensed by us yet. Still need 1 more. Ian Holm died? That's sad. Right in front of me the whole time. It's like a really bad British rom-com. Wait, there's no other kind. Hey, cheers for the lurk on Owen. And if I don't see you before, have a good weekend. So many different bits. Damn, that wasn't what I wanted. Curse you and your knobbly bit. That's what she said. Alrighty, what are we doing? Yar. One, two. This is correct. It is. Also, what the hell are we making right now? And I think it is these actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 1 makes 5. Maths. You just found out that a colleague's brother has had their indie game released on Stadia to help with the Stadia launch. They've given the Watercast to be an exclusive title for now. Nice. As a kind of related and follow-up question, how's the Stadia doing? Anyone know? No, that's the length I want for there. As you have to ask, you don't think that well? No, Stadia is the streaming service from Google for gameplay. I believe they have just released it onto all Android mobile phones, finally. On the basis that I live where I live, I'll never be able to try cloud streaming, which is why I'm hoping it doesn't become the norm that quickly. I think it will, just because it gives people more control. And people do like control. Yeah, what kind of size do I think you are? Probably this kind of size. Congrats on your friend getting, Are you allowed to say what game it is, by any chance? That is not what they do. There we go. Not going to be an easy one to click on. Alright, there we go. Last words beyond the page. Nice. AC Sly Thief, have a good weekend. I hope your recovery keeps on going well. I think I've run out of things to talk about, chat, so... This very rarely happens to me. I do need another one of those. There it is. You're probably too distracted by Anno, but did you see Flick play any barn finders? I did not know. Did it look any good? It's on my list of things to look at, but yes, I didn't look at it. Bizarre and hilarious. Yes, you need it. I'll probably add it to the list then. Yes. No, hang on. I shouldn't. The same way on both sides. Just because you're a VIP doesn't mean you can link in my channel, goddammit. If you want to link in people's channels, go back to Russia, commie. Which is a hilarious statement to make when you realise you would have less chance being able to do it in Russia. But, you know. Your experience with Fallen Order is I've only had BD1 for a day and a half, but if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. And here I am, hoping for the day when they release something to do with Star Wars and it doesn't have a fucking robot in it. I think largely because they clearly spend a lot more time on their robot characters than anybody else. And purely so you will fall in love with the robot and then buy lots of Lego stuff about it. You know, that's clearly not the reason why I've got BB-8 and R2-D2 on my shelf. Well, R2-D2 is still broken, but eventually I'll fix them. Oh god, I could try streaming trying to fix R2-D2, but I think that'd just be too painful for everybody to watch. I would like to try Fallen Order. My issue with it so far has been is I've seen people start it, but I've never seen anybody finish it. So I don't know if people just get sick of it and give up, or... Oh dear. Oh, we're putting a sticker down the middle. That's cheating, Lego. That's cheating. Do you know what? I'm not going to do it. I don't like the look of it. Lego Rebel. Everyone plans on finishing it. You feel like when you get killed now, you're at least legit fucked up and deserve the hit. I've now just got 2 big bits of bus taking up most of my desk space. Not a complaint I ever thought I would have in my life, but there you go. The world's a weird place these days. Oh, interesting. All right. I never know when these songs just stop abruptly, if it's broken or if that was planned. Also, I can't tell if we're just hearing the same songs over and over again, if they are legitimately different. God, I'm just insulting everybody today. All these people who worked so hard on all these different sounding tracks. And here I am with my old man ears. It's all just noise. I think Barnfinders might be on a special, so if I've got the funds for it, I'll pick it up. Although I don't really need any new games to play at the moment. I've gone from having nothing to play to having too many games I want to play at a time. Anno, Satisfactory, Wildermyth. Wildermyth, which they've just made harder, by the way, chat. They decided it was too easy. But they have added some more random quests, some more stuff I believe you can do with your legendary points. And they've also they've renamed the difficulty settings, so they're not all jokes now, because I think the game became big enough that people were starting to sue, or at least contemplating it. What else did I see they added in the latest patch? Barnfinders is 13.16. Hopefully I can afford that. Thank you, Rydog. That answers that question. See, chat, this is why you need a sugar daddy. You wish you had a sugar daddy? So does Rydog. Oh dear. Soon, Rydog, soon. You can't even be your own. Yeah, and people have been telling me that for 2 years, Rydog. Being sued by an asshole director really put a dampener on my plans. Thank God I had the support of streaming so I could keep on doing this kind of stuff. One day when I'm properly British drunk enough, maybe I'll do a video explaining. I care about you too, Rydog. At some point, Ryder will give up and move on to a Jersey streamer. Wow. That would be the ultimate fuck you if you ever decided to do it. I'm not gonna lie. Starts giving all his money to bloody Superman. Chris, it's adorable. You think I could send a tasteful nude? Oh. The real question is, do I send him in such a way that he doesn't retch just at the side of me? I believe the answer is no, hence the whiskey, but... Just got to do a little tuck sprawled out on a shag carpet. Lots of low lights and tastefully draped clothing. The secret, my dear friends, is lots and lots of Vaseline smeared all over the camera lens. It's so hard to believe that that was once a legitimate... Wait, where did this grey thing come? Oh, I meant to have that out as well. That was once considered a legitimate technique for when your leading ladies were considered too old. And I think it's the orange one, in fact, not the clear one here. Seems to have a little bit of colour to it, so yeah, I'll take the gamble. Photo retractor carefully hiding things behind tractor parts. That was a fun comment to hear in one ear while talking to your girlfriend. Did she wonder why you were getting hot and flustered? Just tell her it's because of her. It'll be easier in the long run. Okay, we've heard this song like 8 times. Oh dear. According to the list, there's like 4,000 hours of music. If that's true, why are you repeating the same song over and over again, my friend? That is what I just did, right? Yeah. I think it's one of these and then 4 of these. Well, they don't tell you if it's the same songs for the 4,000 hours of music. That would be false advertising. Alright, well that clearly isn't correct. Unless, of course, I meant to leave a gap, because that makes sense. Oh god, that actually is meant to stick out the front a little bit? How unelegant. Like a hand blaster. Oh, these are flippable? That would explain why there's a lot of stickers. Quality biscuits. What Britain has always been known for. Well, I put that sticker upside down and that one. It's fine. Now I know how they work, I might do it right next time, but I doubt it. Ian Patelli? Oh no, hang on, it doesn't work like I thought it did. Because we are putting one here. Alright, I did do it right. Explore London, chat. Probably not right now. Hey, Zeppo. In this thing, it seems awfully small. That's what she... Oh. How you doing today, Zappo? I hope you're doing alright. Also, you can tell I've moved my microphone and I'm using it not in its proper fashion. Well, I can. I don't know if you can. Have I seen another one of these? I really don't feel like I did. How many pizzas have I dropped in my coffee? None. Unless it's this bit I'm looking for now. There it is. To answer your question, Giggles, earlier about if I'm doing any tabletop stuff, that will rely on whether LP is around tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow, regardless. But I don't think I'll be around Sunday, because it's Father's Day. I think that's everything. This is too long. Yar. Also, I see Apex is finally coming to Steam. Yeah, that's too long. And Switch? Okay, that I didn't see. Well, it's not going to be cross-platform between Switch and PC, right? I'm assuming it'd be cross-platform between Steam and Origin. Did I get too many you? I did. Also, you are not what I need. Between consoles and PCs, my understanding, probably not Switch because they don't know how to do things. Because it's not cross-platform at the moment, is it? Not that I'm in any huge rush to go back to Apex. That one is not going over the edge. Which makes me think I did something wrong this side. I did. You try to play Ace Attorney, but every time you pick it up, you're reminded that I need to do your chores. The Monster Hunter-like game? Yay, more stickers! My favorite part. Oh wait, no, the opposite. Was there a single sticker on the Star Wars ones I did? No. Only on the nameplate at the end, I think, for Yoda. Oh, Dauntless. I didn't realize that was on the Switch. I mean, I played it when they first brought it out, but I haven't been back since. Mainly because I had Monster Hunter World, and then I just kind of lost interest in that kind of game completely. As I tend to, after I've played them for a while. Oh, bus, stop moving. It's the last thing I want as we get near the end is that I drop the bloody bus on the ground and all smashes. Alrighty, I think this is going to be more or less the last bit. Because I'm assuming it's made then that you can take it apart so you can get into this bottom bit. Because apparently playing with Lego is a thing. Like, I understand playing with like just the odd Lego block and making your own thing, but... Playing with sets like this once they're built seems so odd. Like the Millennium Falcon is built that way because you can open it all up on doors. Ow. It's a children's toy. Look, did you not get the very, very implicit message in the Lego movie? No, it isn't. That's why we have to use the Kraggle. My God, stable? This is not. Alright. They say that's so they can sell more. It's all about the money, baby. Hence Mario Lego. Oh no, wait, it probably is that one. Everybody dance now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I ate it. Alrighty, so we're putting one of these at each end. Like that, yeah. Alrighty. Now you said Phoenix, right? It's reminded me that I was meant to finish that at some point. So we're filling in the gaps. I don't feel like I'm one short, because I am. That'll explain it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. I think you're going on the grey ones? Hang on, first of all, you're this way now, all of a sudden. Yes, you're going on the grey ones. That is a 6. That's a 10. God damn it. Can I do that again? Yeah. Jesus, who thought I would ever get to a point in my life where I missed the bloody muffin song on a Friday? I'm assuming you're just going to run along the top either side. No, I'm doing even more things? No, I'm finishing this off. Thank you for the follow. Once my bot has caught up, I will thank you properly. Hey! Oh god. Car of Clan Wolf. Maybe. Thank you very much for the follow and welcome, welcome. Oh, I didn't bring enough of you out for this. Just think, chat, at this rate, at this time, in about 20 years, I can make partner. It's almost too easy. Actually, no, I'm not. There we go.
Release the crack.
That is a tight fit, Captain. And by tight fit, I mean I removed the entire front of the bus, Captain. Alright, so you are going on top of that. You are then going on to that. Ow. And then... everything falls apart. Alright, these are the dodgily intricate bits that you'll lose whenever you move this thing. Every Lego set has to have some of it. In terms of the tumbler from Batman, it's the whole fucking thing. That thing does not like to be touched. Oh, that's fallen off. Oh god, one of the wing mirrors has fallen off already. Oh, in fact, this whole back section is just broken completely. Nice. God damn. I thought the tumbler was flimsy. Doesn't help this doesn't really seem to fit. Now I'm pretty sure, oh god, where did this come from? Because you're not meant to be there. Okay, you're meant to be there. All right, there we go. Whee. It's done, chat. It's done. Let's replace the wing mirror I broke off, just like real driving. Alright, how the hell do I try and show this one off? Ugh. We got ourselves a London bus. And it moves. Brum, 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 brum. Beep, 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 beep. Get out of my lane. And other bus driver noises. Ticket, please. Alright, chat. Well, I hope you enjoyed. That is going to do it for the stream, and indeed for the week. I will be back tomorrow. If LP is around, it'll be Legion. Well, LP is around and Fancy's playing Legion, it'll be Legion. If not, could be Overwatch, could be Anno. I'll see what I feel like playing. If I don't see you, have a good weekend. I hope you have a nice and relaxing one, everybody. I won't be around Sunday, and then I'll be back Monday for the normal stream. So, have a good one, everybody, and I will see you all when I see you all. Bye for now.